Hi guys, I want to first thank you for coming on this journey with me. I want to talk to you today about autoimmune disease or autoimmune deficiencies and the struggle people with that have in their life. I deal with chronic pain daily. I don't mean some days. I don't mean once a week. I mean every day of my life. I've been dealing with this now since 2014 officially. 2014. It was the very end of it. I was diagnosed with RA in 2015, and I knew something was wrong. I went to several doctors, and I was telling them the way I was feeling. I was in pain all the time. I was fatigued. I wasn't motivated to do anything, and I knew this was out of the norm for me. And I knew something was wrong, but I could not get a doctor to listen. And I finally found the doctor. I went to the lady doctor, and I told her what I was feeling. And I told her I think it has something to do with my immune system. And she asked me, why would you say that? And I was explaining to her my symptoms. And she was one of the doctors who actually sat down with me and talked to me. And we did a lot of tests, a lot of blood work, things like that. And my blood work came back that I did have RA. And RA, for some people who don't know, is rheumatoid arthritis. And a lot of people, when they hear the word arthritis, they think of, your grandparents and things that had arthritis because they were getting older. The arthritis you normally get when you're getting older is called osteoarthritis. Rheumatoid arthritis is actually an autoimmune disease, meaning that your immune system attacks itself. So that's what I was diagnosed with, rheumatoid arthritis. And I have days where I have flare-ups, and it's very difficult to explain. I'm just like wiped out, extremely tired. My body hurts constantly. I'm taking medication over medication, just to try to have a normal day-to-day life. And I thought I got a grasp of the rheumatoid, and other things started going on. So I was constantly seeing this doctor, and she told me, she said, I need you to come back in. I need to run some other tests. I think something else. So fast forward, she diagnosed me with MS as well, on top of my rheumatoid. And the first thing I thought about MS was, I'm going to be in a wheelchair. My brain is going to deteriorate. Things like that. I was scared because I've heard so many horror stories about MS and things like this. And it's also an autoimmune disease where your immune system, attacks itself. So here I am with two autoimmune diseases. And last year I was having problems with my eyes, and I'm like, Lord, what could be wrong with my eyes? So now I'm diagnosed with something called Sjogren's. It's like a dry eye, but it's the autoimmune system is attacking the eyes, and sometimes my eyes hurt very badly, especially in the daytime. The sun doesn't have to be in my eyes. It's just the daytime itself. It bothers my eyes. So I have drops for that. And the thing is, what I want to talk about is about this chronic pain that I go through every day. And I know other people that have chronic pain. And when you try to explain your chronic pain to your friends or your family, they don't understand, and it's kind of hard to explain to someone who always have a cure for everything, always has a cure. You need to go vegan. If you stop eating this, you need to go vegan. Okay, so I did that. I didn't go all the way vegan. I went vegetarian. I ate nothing but fish and seafood. It cut down on some of my inflammation in my hands, but it didn't stop the deterioration of my hands, because rheumatoid affects your hands and sometimes your feet, things like that. And the medication, to ease the pain, it eased the pain, but it didn't stop the deterioration that this disease is doing to my body. And I live with this daily, and sometimes it's hard for me to tell my friends no, especially if they call me and they want to, hey, why don't you come hang out like this, and sometimes I'm in a lot of pain a lot of times, and they don't seem to understand that. They feel like, this is temporary. I have news. Having an autoimmune disease is not temporary. This is something lifelong that you have to live with, that I'm living with, and I'll live with this for the rest of my life. So I try every day to make my life a little better than it was the day before. And yes, it's hard, especially when you have a full-time job and you have a full-time family, okay? And you're trying to do things, with your life, and pain often gets in the way. And you try to go about your day-to-day smiling, so nobody would know that you're in pain. You know you're in pain, but we have this thing where we don't want other people to know that we're in pain. But I've come to the conclusion now that it's okay if I can't go somewhere with my friends or my family. It's okay. Life is going to go on regardless. If I don't go, the party is still going to happen. So I have to live my life differently, a little slower, but differently. And that's what I've decided to do, or I've been doing. I have to live a little different. And sometimes it's a little hard to talk about, or it's hard for me to talk about, because I don't like to be transparent. But I decided, you know what, it's okay. And it's going to be okay. And if I have to live a little different, then that's what I'll do. I have lost a few friends because I wasn't able to do a lot of things with them. I have lost a few contacts because I wasn't able to join in the festivities. My social life has declined a lot, but that's okay, because I have to take care of myself, and I have to do what's important and right for me, and that's okay. But I wanted you to follow me on my journey of living with chronic pain and living with an autoimmune disease. I'm not here to fix anyone. I'm not here to tell anyone how they should live their life if they have chronic pain or an autoimmune disease. I'm only here to share what I go through every day and how I manage to live my life every day. So if you want to follow me on how does she live with her chronic pain, just keep on following me, and I will show you what I do and how I live my life, and how I try to live my life better than I did yesterday. So yes, just follow me and learn how someone lives with chronic pain, and someone you might know might be going through the same things. So just be a little patient with them. Just be a little bit understanding with them, because everybody deals with pain differently. And that's something that we always should remember. Everybody deals with pain differently, and we should recognize that. All right, guys, thank you.